My name is Josh West, and I'm from Glendale, Arizona. I actually did not audition for The Voice. I was contacted by them. They found me on YouTube, actually, which is weird because I have like 12 subscribers. But they found me on YouTube, and we got an email from them, and it was really cool. They said, "Hey, we'd like for you to come out and audition for The Voice. We found you." And so we went out to California and we auditioned, and it was really great. We got through that process, and we went to the executives, and now we're here. It's really weird to look back and to think about, okay, because like we started out gigging. I started out gigging about a year ago, 2 years ago, and me and my father, we write and perform together. And so we were gigging and playing in like little dive bars and restaurants and stuff. Maybe not dive bars, but and then we got this email and we went out to California and we started and we just thought this is the perfect next step. This is exactly what I've been looking for, and it's been awesome. I'm 18 years old, and I'm from Glendale, Arizona, which is right next to Phoenix. So it's it's a big, massive metropolitan area, lots of different little cities and towns in there. And I grew up an only child, so no brothers or sisters, but I have lots of friends. I graduated early because I was homeschooled. But I have lots of friends. The homeschool community is really close. Everybody knows each other. And so I'm hoping they're all going to be rooting for me, especially people from Mozart Productions. They're a homeschool theater production company. And I wouldn't be the same person I was today without them, because they gave me the confidence to be able to perform on stage. And I really learned how to, perform to an audience. And they helped me to, a little bit to learn how to sing. And I actually got vocal lessons, started doing vocal lessons because of them. I started to take lessons because, I thought, okay, well, I'm going to be maybe a professional musician and I'm going to be doing stage shows. So I started doing vocal lessons back then. So I'm hoping they're all rooting for me back in Glendale. Yeah, I've been singing for a very long time. My dad's a guitar teacher professionally. He's been doing it for 30-something years. And he's been in tons of bands, very experienced. He actually learned at GIT, but it's now MIT, Musicians Institute of Technology, and out here in California. And he came back and obviously my mom got married. They had me, and he was teaching guitar and he taught me guitar. It didn't really work out great. I wasn't a great student of the instrument, but I always knew that I wanted to be a musician. From the time I was a little kid, I thought, I'm gonna be a rock star. And I guess that's really what I've been working towards. I started singing in church. My mom sang in church, and when I was about 11, I started taking vocal lessons, really getting serious. We started writing songs together, and I've been performing since I was about 16. We started actually busking on the streets of Tempe, which is a little college town. So we started busking on the streets, and then we moved to playing open mic nights. And then we started playing in restaurants and wine bars and stuff like that. And we played at the biggest biker bar in Cave Creek, which is a biker town in Arizona. And it's the biggest biker bar basically in that area. And then we actually played on Bike Week in the biker bar. So it was really cool. And now we're here. Well, and it's all thank God I graduated early. So I've had all this time. That's why I graduated early. I wanted to start my music career as soon as I could, because I knew, the expiration date is very short in music. Yeah, The Blinds was really great. I was super excited when I got my song, Ordinary World. I love that song, and I really connected to the lyric. I thought I try and kind of bring meaning to whatever I can. When we were playing shows, gigs in Glendale, we always were really specific and careful about our set list and the music and whatever the song was saying. We wanted whatever the song meant to be something that we wanted to tell people, because I'm always very conscious of there are two types of artists, and they're both great, but there are artists that play for themselves to express themselves as an emotional, catharsis for themselves, and there are artists that play for the audience and allow themselves to be, raw and emotional and vulnerable, be the person that the audience can't every day, in that you express the feelings that they have, and that's always been really important to me. So it was really, really satisfying to be able to sing a song like Ordinary World, because it's such a great meaning behind the song. It's a very emotional and personal song. It's about his friend dying, actually, and about trying to just find the way back to the way that things were before. So being able to sing on stage in front of Adam was great. I love Adam. We really connect, I think, on a deep level. He loves rock, 90s rock, which is something that I am very fond of. And just rock in general, because there's something about rock. It's because it started obviously in the '60s, and it was just about just flipping the tables over. It was just revolution, And then in the '90s, they took it the same feeling and they made it just a little bit more consistent. It had already been established, but I kind of like to think of my job as a person, you resist the natural flow of the world. Everything always pushes itself towards chaos and the bad part of the world, right? And you just gotta resist against it. And I think that the cultural cycle every 30 years it's repeating itself. And in the 20s, I hope to make my generation of rock, to bring that back into the cultural spotlight. Rock is not dead. Rock is alive, but it's probably maybe got like a catheter or something going on and an oxygen tube maybe, because it's having a rough time right now. But it's still out there. You can still hear great rock bands. But it needs a breath of fresh air. It needs to be changed, and that's kind of how I view myself, because with the 60s it was all about expressing yourself and your emotions and how you felt, and then in the 90s it became even more about yourself and what you were feeling, and that really resonated with people. The younger generation, they really deeply felt the emotion of those songs, and just flat out the music of the songs was something that they felt, not even just the words. And times have changed, and the generational changes have made those songs and those emotions different. They're not the same, and so you need a change, and I hope to be that change. And my faith in God, I hope to be. I want to bring positive change to the world, and I really draw from that as my inspiration to perhaps change the face of rock into something that can really be brought back into the spotlight. Challenging myself this season is going to be a challenge, because I know that there are so many different levels on which I need to improve. So just picking the most important bits is going to be very difficult. But I hope to push myself vocally with song choices, just being able to become a better singer. It's been awesome so far. But more importantly, I really, really want to be able to push myself into finding. I think I already know what my message is. I just need to find how to say it, and I hope that being on The Voice and being able to see the songs that really resonate with people, especially because when I was playing in Arizona in restaurants, it was very informative for me to watch the audience, because there's always one person in the audience that was, because normally people are, they're not there to hear to me, right? They're not there to listen to me, and I get that. I appreciate that. But there's always one person in the audience, and I'm always performing to them. And whatever they wanted to hear, I tuck that away, and I go, that's what it is. That's what people need to hear. And Bono actually said once, I perform to one person like I'm performing to a million, and that's what I want to do. And I hope that being on The Voice will allow me to see what it is I need to show people, how I need to express what I need to say to people.